trust me, so no spy. Gangsta, even in a bow tie. So when them lame fellas close by, I make some talk and do the most try. Regular things they hear from most guys. I trust you, I think you're sent from the most high. You say you're close, but you still feel far. And I wonder where you are. I need you next to me. Still feels far away, but you say you're close. I depend on this world. I need you the most. Yo, how were you there for real? You said I meet a hour ago so we can eat and chill. But don't cook up the grapes them, just a orange left for peel. Can't see you, then I owe me left for feel. Shot just go creep out, body jar a peep out. Place pick and span, everything does and sweep out. Lobster cavassier, can nothing not cheap out. No disturb, sign up, tell a Pacific keep out. How are you say you're close, but you still feel far. And I wonder where you are. I need you next to me. Still feels far away, but you say you're close. I depend on this world. I need you the most. Don't know where you are. Why you got me searching? Don't know where you are. Where you
Yes, people, that's the vibes. And that's the sounds of persons of interest. Yeah, man. So big up to the entire crew. I want to say big up to Philip and Marcia too, and Bokile. Yeah, man. You know, I want to tell you still, you know, I gotta say, sometimes when I see the, you know, the girls, them doing their thing, I have to laugh, and I really laugh, but in a nice way. Because it's like, I said to myself, they just couldn't escape. You know, with Marcia and Philip, with that creativity, they're bound to do what they're doing. So there is no escaping that. So big up Money for Afia, the whole entire band. Big up to Asha too, and big up to Neela. Yeah, man. Big up to the family. Big up to mama. Everybody, the whole crew, the grands, everybody. It's nice to see these vibrations. Yeah, man. So, with that, you know, we ain't no more long talking. The man I look at me and tell me, say, what you talk about? What you come with? The man they had diss me, you know, and the man diss me just by finding the tune them just like that. So, Mighty Diamonds, I Need a Roof, and this is coming from Dwight Collection. Yes, I am.
Remember, girl, say, remember when the round six man say, time I go trade, yeah. Every gully I go run red. Even man.
So that was the sound of the Mighty Diamonds, I Need a Roof, and that is coming from Dwight, yeah man. So we just all get into the next tune right away, and this one is from the Tamlins.
Oh no, it's not.
You know?
It's not ready yet. It's not ready.
I'm not ready yet. I was seeing. So in the meantime, we just go on while a little rhythm. Chiwalalem, yeah. A rhythm version. Run the rhythm excursion. Yeah, sounds of the saxophone. Yes, I So as we say, sounds of the Tamlins, Baltimore, courtesy of Dwight.
See a little seagull trying to find the ocean, looking everywhere, yeah. Hard times in the city, in a hard town by the sea. Ain't nowhere to run to. There ain't nothing there for free. Copper on the corner,
Yeah, man. Yes. Well, yeah, man. You can't cut it, man. Because through the one had the long version still, you know. So we have to cut that one still. But much respect to Sly and Robbie and the rhythm production, you know. So that's the sound of the Tamlins and Baltimore. Yeah, two of my favorites. So much respect.
Yeah, man.
Me not gonna argue with him, you know. Me not even gonna try bring no more tune pan him because the man could embarrass me, so, you know. Yeah, but me love it still. Me love it, you know. And like I said, people, this is what I love about Tunes and Attack. You know, it makes me, you know, be in places, be around different people and just bring a different vibes. And I just want to keep it real, the setting, everything. If you hear the bird outside, you know, if you hear people talking, children playing, all that kind of thing, I want to bring that essence to people, you know. So, yeah, it's like where the $1 million question. What the music do for you?
Well, the first thing is the music is a backdrop a lot of the time for happy memories and a happy time.
Yeah.
Right. When I had happy times, there was always sound like a soundtrack, but there was always a music I remember from when you have a happy time in your life.
Yeah.
So when I was going to school, you know, all the reggae music I heard when I was in Jamaica, that was a happy time for me.
Yeah.
And then even when I came back to this country and I had a few struggles, I just used to play the music that made me feel happy, and then the reggae music, and it takes me out of, if you like, feeling down or whatever.
Yeah, man.
You know, so I use it like that, and so on and so forth, you know.
Yeah, man. So in other words, you're, you know, as they would say, escapism. People have something where, you know, give them that comfort, that safe space.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, man. I can understand. You know, and where you see yourself from here on with the music?
Well,
That can be a tricky question, you know. But where you see yourself from here with the music?
It's a tricky question. I mean, at the moment, I'm playing my music on this machine, which is basically a hard drive. It's a hi-fi hard drive.
Yeah.
And so this here is a CD recorder.
Yeah.
I've got lots of CDs, which I record myself. And then I've transferred them onto this. This is make it easier for access still.
Yeah.
But everybody's into, these days, they're into streaming. But if you go onto these streaming platforms, the popular ones, they say they have reggae music. And when you put an artist in there, if you put Dennis Brown in there, you know, Dennis Brown, I've got maybe 50 to 100 or even more albums. When you put in there, you get 6.
Yeah.
So you can't hear the music on these streaming platforms as a reggae person that you really want to hear.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm thinking about whether there's a way to get involved in doing a platform where people can hear a lot more reggae music than just the sort of normal Bob Marley stuff, and, you know, more roots and culture, more of the 70s and 80s artists that we love.
Yeah.
In our lifetime.
Yeah.
And, you know, instead of they might have all the new stuff out there, but all the old stuff now, you go onto these platforms, you can't really get them.
Yeah.
You know.
So basically, you just see yourself as a, you know, music instigator, navigator, you know, making sure what, you know, you feel is real in the terms of reggae. Because we're talking about reggae here, you know.
Yeah.
And stuff. So you want to keep that, you know, that same livelihood of the reggae going, keep the essence of the music.
Keep, especially the foundation music, we're trying to keep that sort of alive and accessible for people who want to access it, you know.
Insane.
So,
yeah, man.
And hopefully, I don't know if it's gonna be a business or something like that. We'll just have to see what happens. I'll have to make some investigation and do some collaboration with some people who can make some inroads into that kind of stuff, you know.
Yeah, man. Because it's good to do that and keep the essence alive. Because I ain't gonna lie, and I'm gonna say this also, you know, right now regarding reggae, because that's what we're talking about today and sharing the vibes and the way I see it. If we're not careful, you know, Jamaica, you know, should have been at a certain kind of plateau with reggae across the world. And right now you find out other races and nations take over the music, and you can't even blame them, because we have to hold ourselves accountable too, in a sense, because we should have some people where make sure the generation coming through. Of course, you can roll with the tide, as I said, but there's an essence, a level of respect, because even what they call dancehall now, you know, I don't refer to it as dancehall music. That's something else, you know, just my view. And I figure we need to protect, you know, as whether, you know, like when you have some food and you put a patent on it, And if another country try to tamper with the cuisine, they can fall in problem.
Yeah.
I think they need to do that even with reggae music, you know, where they know there's a certain element of control, you know, they have to keep within certain guidelines. You know, because like I say, I feel it's drifting to a point, you know, where I see artists who has nothing to do with reggae, but they might do a reggae track on an album and they win all awards for best reggae artist, where I find that really absurd, to be honest. So we gotta find our way to keep it and protect it and nurture it. And like I say, with bands like, you know, persons of interest, you know, people like Etana and certain other artists, you know, coming up with that sound, it gives me a bit of hope still. You know, so when you say you're seeing yourself creating like some sort of platform to come and all of that, that's another good source. You might not produce the music or produce the band, but you know, you make sure the collection of real reggae music is there, accessible and all of that. So keep that in mind. You know, I'll be touching base with Dwight, see how things go as you go along with that. So we'll keep you all posted on that too, you know. Yeah, man. So it's been a pleasure, you know, and as we said, thanks for having me in your space.
No problem,
and,
no problem. Man, welcome every time.
We don't know, there's gonna be more, you know, in the future and so forth, more link up. So yeah, man, as we wind down, people, we just wanna say peace, love, unity. Always take the time to be kind to each other, and you know, listen without prejudice. Yeah, man. And my little question, you know, occasionally, sometimes I ask question, you know, my question to you all this week is, what for you, gives you mental calisthenics? What for you gives you mental calisthenics? You see, I ask the questions in a certain way. It makes you think and figure out, or if you don't grasp what I'm saying, well, you have to do some research. But what it is that gives you mental calisthenics, you know? All right, so get back at me. And I know some of you always ring me and, you know, or text me, you know, but put it in the comments also. Yeah, man. So until then, we're gonna ask Dwight to take us out. And which tune you have?
Well, I've got this tune here, another, if you like, Northern tribute to Jamaica, because as you know, the Disco 45, if you like, tradition was started in Jamaica, where you have a vocalist and then a DJ.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite Disco 45 is this tune I'm going to play here called The Loving Papa by Rudy Thomas and Trinity.
Yeah.
And it's one of the favorite one, and when we used to go to the dance, this is one that always gets us jumping and put us in a really good mood, you know?
Yeah,
so
man.
This is the one I decided to sign out with.
Yeah, man. All right.
All right, then.
So yes, my people, hope you enjoyed that, and we're gonna move into Nicky's toolkit. But I wanna take the time and say big up to all my people who subscribe and everything, and much respect, you know, supporters, everybody, and you know, stay tuned. Got some more information coming up in regards to, you know, maybe some upcoming festivals and all of that. And do remember to support, Evadne and our, you know, Dido Bell project. So check the link for the description, you know. Buy the tune, it's £1, and all proceed goes towards, you know, the summer project. And just a quick little thing, because the other day I scrolled through, you know, some of my comments, and I see some person posting up something, you know, trying to direct people to some love sex website and all that thing. Now, I could shut down the person, however, but I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt, and I'm just going to say this. That's not what my platform is about still. Yes, we all love intimacy and we all love sex and all that, make love and all that kind of thing. But that is, you know, that's not the way you go about things. And my platform is not the platform for that. So whoever it is, I'm just giving you the opportunity to think and come back correctly. Else I'm going to have you removed. I like give people second chances. Just for me I say. So tunes and attack, that's not the platform for them kind of things. So don't troll what I'm trying to create for the community, for the globe. And that goes out to the persons who are kind of putting up some link, which has nothing to do with me or my subscribers. Yeah? Okay. So without further ado, still we're going to continue, you know, and enjoy Nicky's toolkit. And this is part 2 of Mind, Body, Soul calibration. And then we close out with a track from Dwight. So stay well, walk well, be well, OTEP, enough love, universal love. Listen without prejudice, and people, always take the time to be kind to each other. Have a grand weekend. Nicky's Toolkit. Enjoy.
Namaste and welcome to Nikki's Toolkit. I'm Nikki and thank you for sharing this energetic space where we share time, we share energy, we share thoughts, we share ideas, we share tips, we share tools on living our best life, one that is wholesome and supportive and nourishing as we continue to realize our best self in thought, word, and deed. So, today I wanted to share with you some of the tips that I have found supportive in what I call the mind, body, soul calibration process. It is always important for us to remember that we are multidimensional beings. We're not just the physical body, we're also the mind, we're also the soul. And a lot of the times we get into dis-ease because we neglect to acknowledge and address the importance of these 3 dimensions of who we are as human beings, not human doings, human beings. And so I wanted to share some tips with you today on what serves me best and I have found to be so supportive and nourishing. So, body. As we look at the dimension of the body in the mind, body, soul calibration, you know, that sometimes is the easiest thing or the most relatable thing that people look at addressing when they're at a state of dis-ease or discomfort, you know, or ill health, some people might call it. And so, what are we eating? Not just what are we eating, how are we eating? You know, we understand on a basic level how our body works. You know, we take food in to nourish us, and that is what helps to keep us healthy on a physical basis. But also how we consume this food is also important. You know, a lot of times you hear people talk about, you know, the meals that are cooked by a mom or a grandmother or an aunt or a favorite restaurant. And no matter if somebody else does it with the same recipe, it never comes out the same. You know, so a lot goes into not just what we consume, but how it's consumed. What is the energy that is put in your food when you're eating it? And these are things that are important. So for body calibration, what are you eating? And how are you eating? Are you rushing to eat? Are you not chewing properly? All of those things will affect the balance that we have. So just touching on it slightly as a thought. Mind. What are the thoughts that are racing through your mind? What are we listening to? What are we watching? What are we reading? And what are we giving space in our consciousness to grow? You know, whatever we digest, and digestion is not just what you chew and swallow physically to eat. It is anything that you are taking in, and that is what is determining the nature of what you process in your mind. Have you stopped to take a look? What are the television shows that you're paying attention to? What are the movies that you're watching? What are the songs that you're listening to? What is the audio that you're listening to? What is the conversation that you're having? What are the images that you are watching? And what are the imprints that they are putting on your mind that are playing back and creating dis-ease and having you either in calibration or out of calibration? So be conscious of those. Soul, what is your connection to higher self and all beings? You know, this connection manifests itself in a lot of ways. And I'm not talking about something that's solely religious. I am talking about understanding that we are part of something that is larger than who we are. So are you engaged in a daily meditation to remind you of that? That brings out the humility in our lives and inspires us to be the bigger self that we are, the better self that we are for every moment of every day. So, is there any devotion? Is there any attention? If there is prayer for you, if there is meditation for you, what are you tapping into to make that connection to higher self, to balance mind, body, and soul. So those are a few tips that I wanted to share. For me, when I look at the calibration for mind, body, soul, I make the time to look at not just what I'm eating, but how I'm eating. And I make informed choices. You know, what I'm drinking, how I'm drinking. Mind, I look at the thoughts and what is informing my thoughts. What am I feeding my mind, and what is it playing back to me? What is being amplified mentally for me that is affecting my calibration, keeping it in balance or out of balance? And my soul connection, the connection to higher self, understanding that I am part of something that is much larger. I'm an individual manifestation of a collective consciousness, and my practices on a daily basis, whether it is prayer for you, whether it is some kind of devotion, whether it is meditation, whether it is yoga. For me, meditation and yoga are supportive soul connection practices. So, thank you for sharing time and space with me today. And I invite you to take some time to look at the tips that are supportive for you in calibrating your mind, your body, and your soul as you move to always being your best self every moment of every day, with the true understanding that wherever you are is your point of arrival. I wish you a balanced, calibrated, connected, love-filled day. May you always find the tips at the time that you need them to stay in calibration, mind, body, and soul. Thank you for choosing to share time and space with me on Nikki's Toolkit. Namaste.
In a position to maintain you the way that you're accustomed to. Can't take you out to fancy places like other fellas that I know can do. I'm only able to romance you, you tingle with light. Financially, I'm a pauper, but when it comes to loving, I'm alright. Alright, I'm alright. Don't show me what your friends are wearing, don't really want to see. Don't tell me what your friends are buying, 'cause money doesn't grow on trees. Tell me about the things that excite you and make you tingle with the light. Tell me where to hold and touch you, 'cause when it comes to loving, I'm alright. Alright, I'm alright. I'm alright. Ooh, yeah. Things I can't buy you, or drive you in a prestige car. If you're hungry, girl, I can feed you. With my money, girl, you won't get far. I've got so many patches on my clothes, girl, a hole in the bottom of my shoe. But if you prefer love to luxury, well, you got to tell me, 'cause I'm alright. Alright, I'm alright.
Till I went down a Issa to buy a little bike. The price for the bike make me broke a little fight. I must see judgment time. Lord, I must see judgment time. Me said I went in the market to buy a piece of food. The price for the food me have to go on like me rude. I must see judgment time. Till you must see judgment time. I said I went round to Elite to buy a liquor store. The price for this stove me have to fall in a dose. I must see judgment time. Oh, singing must see judgment time. I said I went uptown to take out a bed. The cost for the bed me have to farm like me red. I must see judgment time. Singing must see judgment time. The hard road to travel. Tell you one a mighty long way to go. Tell you say that Jaja the blessed Savior. Man him go and lead her to the way I know. Many have claimed say them gone to the valley. Them claim say them gone where the water flow. Say move for your foot and make me put for me. Move for your foot and make me put for me. Move for your foot and make me put for me. Because you wear size 7 and I wear size 8. So move for your foot and make me put for me. I said I went down to Issa to buy a little bike. The price for the bike me have to broke a little fight. I must see judgment time. Lord, I must see judgment time. Sing it must see judgment time. Sing it must see judgment time. I said I went uptown to take out a bed. The cost for the bed me have to go on like me red. I must see judgment time. Yeah, alright. I said I went in a store to buy a liquor tape. I buy a liquor tape, but me really have faith. I must see judgment time. Sing it must see judgment time. Sing it all a earthquake time. I said I went in the market to buy a piece of food. The price for the food me have to go on like my road. I must see judgment time. Come and say joy times are coming. Sing it have a jolly good time. Let me say that joy times are coming. Sing it have a jolly good time. Say I read the lion, the first man who chased up and brought him out of Zion with them high hand. Whoa, move for your foot and make me put for me. Move for your foot and make me put for me. I must see judgment time. Sing it must see judgment time. Lord, I must see judgment. One man can't eat and the other one don't eat. That will never bring up peace. I will tell you. I must see judgment time. Lord, I must see judgment time.